Hey YouTube, it's Jonathan, and today we're doing this winter look. It is a smoky brown liner with a creamy pink lip. Today I'm starting out with my Laura Mercier primer. This is the Illuminating, and I'm applying that all over my skin with my fingertips and blending it in. Then to correct around my eye area, I'm going to be applying a little bit of this Pixie Under Eye Corrector in a peach tone, and I'm applying that right into the inner corners of my eyes, making sure to get all the way up to under the brow just because I'm very dark in here. And I'm also using it to color correct any dark spots from leftover acne scars. I'm just using the warmth of my fingertips to blend this in underneath the eye. For foundation today, I'm going to be using my Lancome Tonsidol Ultra Cushion, and I'm applying that with a very dense brush and pushing it into my skin. I want really good coverage, but I don't want to use a ton of product, so I'm just pressing this in and then blending it out from the center of my face. And once that's completely blended in, I'm going in with a touch of concealer. This is the Mackie Complete Concealer from Lancome, and I'm just applying that around my eyes and on anywhere that needs a little bit of extra coverage. Blending that in with a small flat concealer brush for maximum coverage. Once my concealer is completely worked in, I'm going in with a little bit of a cream contour. This is the Le Duo contour in the lightest shade Ivoire, and I'm just applying that right underneath my cheekbones, and then blending that in with a contour brush from Sonia Kashuk. First I'm blending this up towards the hairline, and then I'm blending it down a little bit as well. I want this to look as completely natural as possible and blended in. I'm also going to take that product around my hairline and into the upper parts of my forehead just because I have a larger forehead and I like to kind of minimize that, and it also ties the look together. Flipping that pen over, it has a highlight on the other side. I'm applying that just to the top of my cheekbones and above the brow and pressing it in with my fingertips. I'm going to take that on the Cupid's bow as well for a little bit of highlight there. To keep everything glowing, I'm using a gel textured blush from Josie Maran in the shade Berry Bliss. This is like a red berry tone, and I'm applying that with my fingertips and just really working it into the skin so that it all looks natural. To set everything, I'm using a tiny touch of my powder from Hourglass. This is Dim Light. And I'm using a very sparse brush just to apply a thin layer of that everywhere, including over the eyelids. For shadow primer today, I'm using the Shadow Insurance from Too Faced, and I'm going to apply a thin layer of that right to my eyelids with my fingertips. Oh, and a kiss. Then I'm going back to my Dim Light powder with a fluffy brush, and I'm just blending that right over the eyelid and really building it up. This is actually a little dark for me, so it really does provide a little bit of a natural shadow on the eyelid. I'm applying a little bit of that underneath as well. And then I'm going to the contour that I used on my face, and I'm applying a little to the back of my hand, and I'm going to work with that same brush and apply this right into the crease of the eye for a little bit of added definition. Then back to the highlight side, and I'm applying that right under the brow and into the inner corner of the eye for a highlight. This just adds a nice glossy sheen without a ton of shimmer. To start with on my brows, I'm using a clear gel. This is the Sourcial Styler from Lancome in the Claire shade, which is clear. And I'm just brushing my brows all the way straight up. I want as much texture and as much lift in the brow as I can get because I want these brows to be very fluffy looking. So I'm just brushing those directly upwards. I need that brow gel to set completely before I move on to the next step, so I'm just curling my lashes here, and then I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in the shade Blonde. And I'm just pushing in a few single hair strokes. I want this to look just like natural hair because, again, I want these brows to look very natural and very fluffy. Now onto the eyes, I'm going in with a little bit of brown gel liner. This is the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner in Espresso. I'm tight lining underneath my top lashes with that and making sure I get all the way into the inner corner underneath the eye. And then I'm going to start applying that onto the upper lash line, making sure to get that all the way to the roots of the lashes because I don't want any skin showing through. Then I'm going to trace all the way along the upper lash line and then create my wing shape. So this is going to be quite extended, and it's going to be a pretty thick wing because I'm going to end up blending the top line out so that it's completely transitioned into the eyeshadow look. I'm also going to take that very tight underneath the lower lashes, just pressing it right up against the roots of the lashes, connecting it all the way to the front. Then I'm going in with a completely clean brush and just blending out underneath the eye to smooth it a little bit. Then I'm going in with the same powder that I used on my face and on my eyelids, and I'm just going to blend again as well as on the top line, and you want to blend and blend and blend and blend until you get a very, very smooth transition. And I'm going back to dip into the powder as much as I need to, then going back to the gel liner and pushing that right into the roots of the lashes to make sure it is really, really, really darkest there, and just redefining the wing as needed. For the lower waterline, I'm choosing a nude liner. This is Bare, Always Sharp from Smashbox, and I'm just running that along the inner rim on the lower lash line only. And for mascara today, I wanted a lot of fullness, so I chose the Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara, and I'm just applying a nice coat of that to both the upper and lower lashes. On my lips, I'm starting out with the Peekaboo Neutral Lip Pencil from NYX. This is one of their slim lip liners, and this is a neutral pink shade. Once I have my lips completely filled in with liner, I'm going in with the Lancome Color Design lipstick in the shade Love It, which is a creamy, creamy pink shade. And then for a little bit more of a pink shine, I'm going in with one of these super saturated lip glosses from Laura Geller. I'm not sure of the color name, but I will leave that in the description box below for you. I'm going in for one final blend on the eyes because I just wanted to make sure everything was nice and blended as possible. And then of course, I couldn't resist the highlight, so I go in with my Cargo HD Illuminating Palette and just add the lightest shade Beam from the center of that palette on all the high points and into the inner corners, and that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed this look. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel by clicking on my face on the right of the screen and watching my most recent video by clicking on that above as well. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!